What's going on, everybody? Brent Simmons here with Restoration Roofing. So in our business, we handle a lot of insurance claims, and we get a lot of questions about this paperwork right here that we get from the insurance carriers. And what this is the claim paperwork. This is the basically showing you what they're covering, what damage is there, how much it pays, what your deductible is. There's a lot of information on here, and because of that, we get a lot of confused customers who honestly don't understand it. And it's one of those things you're not expected to understand it because you may only have to deal with this type of paperwork once or twice in your life. So what I want to do in this video is I'm going to go through this line by line, and we're going to pop it up right here so you can see it real big. And we're going to go line by line. I've got it numbered. So what this this page right here is a summary page. So this is where all the numbers add up, and this is where you determine how much your claim is paying. And there's a lot of weird things on here. So I'm just going to go line by line, walk you through it. Yours should look something like this. There's a lot of different variants out there, but most of them are going to look very similar to this. So let's start with number one. This is your line item total. So this is the materials and the labor. This is basically the total of all those line items in the previous pages added up before tax. 1 and 2 are very simple. Number 2 is the material sales tax. So that's simply where they're taking the materials out, adding the sales tax in your municipality or state. That's where that comes into play. Number 3 is the real big number that I want you to pay close attention to. It's usually in bold, and it's usually the biggest number on this list. That is the replacement cost value. Replacement cost value, to summarize, is the value or what it costs to rebuild. Let's use roof as an example. To rebuild your roof back to new, back to a pre-loss condition, to do the whole thing, okay? So the replacement cost value on this claim, for example, is $16,615.89. But what insurance companies like to do, unless you have a contract on the front end or a signed contingency between you and your contractor, they will depreciate the roof. So what the depreciation is, it's based on the age of the roof. So if your roof is 10 years old, it'll be depreciated by that much based upon what type of shingle you have. So if it's a 30-year shingle, they're going to depreciate 33% of it, 10 years. And you'll see on this claim, they didn't depreciate it much at all. They held out $796.74. So that is your depreciation. And I'm going to skip around real quick because where we get a lot of questions is about the replacement cost value and the depreciation. Are you going to get your depreciation back? Well, if you jump down to line number 8, it actually says total recoverable depreciation, and that number is exactly the same as line number 4, which is depreciation. So that money that's being taken out on the front end, you can get it at the end of the job. And so basically, if you look at number 5, you have actual cash value. Cash value is the replacement cost value, then you take out the depreciation, and that's how you arrive at actual cash value. That's $15,819 in this situation. Okay? That cash value, the way I like to explain it is, usually if you crash your car, they don't give you the same amount for that car that you paid when you bought it. So that's the depreciated amount. That's what's left over. That's what it's worth today. There are some insurance policies that will not give you the depreciation back. So it's just called an actual cash value policy. So whatever that number is on line number 5 is what you'll get. So you want to make sure when you look at this paperwork that you look for something that says recoverable depreciation. If you have something that says recoverable depreciation and there's a number in there, that means you can get that money back. So that's a very important point. I want to stress that. There are insurance policies that do not allow you to get the depreciation back. They will just pay the cash value. So moving on. Line number 6 is your deductible. Your deductible is something that you agreed to pay should a claim or should a loss happen. And this affects your premium. Some people have higher deductibles. Some people have real low deductibles. But this is what you are legally required to pay. So in this case, this claim has a relatively low deductible of $500. So they take that out of the cash value. So you can see, just to summarize where we are right now, you've got the replacement value, they take the depreciation out. Then you arrive at cash value. After cash value, they then take the deductible out. So then you have at number 7, the net claim. So in this case, that net claim is what the first check from the insurance company was to the homeowner, to the policyholder. That's what they got to get the work started. The line number 8 and 9 are line items that are there that you can collect after the work is done. So the way this works out, total recoverable depreciation. When we work an insurance claim, we get this scope of work. We might supplement if things are missing, code items, stuff like that. We will then do the work. We'll enter into a contract and then we will do the work. Once the work is completed, we draft up what's called a COC, a certificate of completion. We will send our invoice and the certificate of completion to the insurance company, but we will include numbers 8 and 9 on our invoice because the depreciation, basically, you get back after you prove the work has been done. When we send that invoice in, when we send that COC in, that is us certifying that the work has been done and it's okay to release that depreciation. Now, total paid when incurred, line number 9, is a little bit different, and this can change from claim to claim. In this case, total paid when incurred is actually something they put on there for a dumpster. And in a following video, I'm actually going to go line by line on an actual insurance estimate scope that has the shingles and all that, and I'm going to show you this stuff. But paid when incurred means if you do the work and you need to use this item, they will pay for it. So in this case, it was a 30-yard dumpster, and we did end up using it. So at the bottom, number 10, net claim if additional amounts are recovered. That right there is what the claim is paying, just as is, minus your deductible. So if you look at number 3 and number 10, you will see that there is exactly a $500 difference. So basically what they did is they've paid everything minus the $500 that you have to pay. So that's basically a very simple way to go through this. There's a lot of claims out there that will have another item on it that says O&P or overhead and profit. That comes into play depending on the insurance carrier if there's a lot more work involved. All this claim was a roof, and that was it. There was no O&P on it. We are general contractors. When we enter into a contract with one of our customers and we're doing things like fixing damaged fences, we are painting interior, siding, windows, when there's multiple trades involved, a lot of the times insurance companies will pay you overhead and profit. And that is the fee paid to manage all those trades and make sure everything goes correctly. So that is a legitimate fee. and it needs to be paid to the contractor. So there's another page that I'm going to put up here that follows this summary page. And this page, page 6, is for code upgrades. In certain municipalities as well, the insurance companies, if it's in your policy that you have code upgrade coverage, they will pay for that as well. In this Memphis area where we're located, the majority of the time it's going to be adding drip edge to the eaves and rakes of the house, ice and water shield in the valleys. Sometimes it involves decking if you have a lot of spaces and you have slat decking, and also chimney crickets. So if your chimney is wider than 30 inches, we have to install a chimney cricket. And those are a few of them. I can go on and on and on about code upgrades. Those are the top 4 or 5 that we see on 95% of our claims. So right here, and this is where it gets a little bit confusing, there is number 1, replacement cost value again, and that is for the drip edge and ice and water that was added to the roof that it didn't originally have. That is to bring it up to current code standards. So it's $1,609.41. Now the interesting part about this is not usually added into the first numbers on the first page. So in reality, the insurance company is going to be paying from the first page the $16,769.89 plus the $1,609.41 from page 2. We get a lot of confusion from people when we do this. We try to do a really good job at breaking this out on your contract and kind of walking you through this. Anytime there's code upgrades, anytime we do a roof, we are always going to bring it up to code. But it's a little bit tricky how insurance companies like to do this. I live in these claims every single day, so I can briefly look at one of these and tell you exactly what it's paying. So are my project managers. We've been through enough of this that this is it's like a second language to us. But again, you guys are not really expected to know this. So to summarize, the insurance company is paying $16,765.89 plus $1,609.41 plus you have to pay the $500 deductible. So if you add all that up, you will get the total of the claim, period. There's also some unforeseen things that happen after we tear the roof off, and at that point we can submit a supplement to the insurance company for things that might have been missed during the initial inspection, and that's another completely normal thing. That's also another completely different video that I want to do on insurance claims. But for right now, just wanted to walk through this type of paperwork with you guys. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. I'm always on this channel. I love answering questions. And if you're in the Memphis area, you want us to inspect your roof, look for storm damage, or if you have shingles laying on the ground, please give me a call. My number is 901-854-3402. My name is Brent Simmons and my company is Restoration Roofing. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.